So welcome back to my garage. This is Gamer Dom. Premium time. So this is the is it okay to say infamous already? Infamous for not necessarily the right reasons. The FV4202P. I guess P is for premium. I don't know. Now this was originally a tier 10 British medium tank. And Wargaming, for whatever reason, I don't know the background of it, I'm sure some of you guys do, decided to get rid of it and take it out of the game, and they replaced it with the Centurion AX, which looks a phenomenally good tank, and I really want it. So it's got me moving on the British medium line, which I'd sort of stalled on. But they then reintroduced this thing, the FV4202, as a premium tier 8 British medium tank, which is kind of interesting move because there isn't currently a British tier 8 medium, so it's kind of useful for your crew training. But you also have the Cromwell Berlin, if you can get your hands on one of those, which you can also train your medium crews up. So, you know, it's not absolutely a massive hole in the game, so to speak. But you know, Wargaming want to make money out of us, so they'll produce new premiums, and this is it. And so why I say it's infamous is that when they replaced it, when they said they were going to replace it, they gave it out to a few playtesters, and I think it was up on the test server, and it was a god-awful tank, and everybody was saying how terrible this was. Penetration underwhelming, slow, no armor, I mean just basically nothing to recommend it, other than the fact if you had the Action X in your garage, you got this thing for free. So, well, you had to do a mission to get it, and it was quite a tough mission from what I could see. I didn't have the Action X, so I couldn't do the mission. So they've now, with patch 9.14, they've buffed it significantly, both in gun handling, so it's a much more accurate gun, and much, I think has the pen changed? I'm not sure with the pen. I think the pen has changed. Yeah, pen has improved. They haven't done anything about speed from what I can see, but they've now made it available in the shop as a special offer. Now, whether this eventually enters the regular tech tree as a gold purchase, I guess it probably will, but at the moment you can pick one of these babies up. So at the moment there's two packages you can get. There's the high value one which gets you the tank, 50% crew, a garage slot, 2,000 gold, vertical stabilizers, medium gun rammers, and 20 personal reserves as a bonus, and that will cost you the grand sum of £31, or just under 40 euros. You can buy just the tank. Let me just find the price for that. So just the tank with a garage and presumably 50% crew is £21.55, and that's 27.8 euros. So yeah, it's actually a very fun tank. I've bought it because I'm an idiot and I spend too much money on this game, and we know that already, so no need to point that out. But let's have a look at the stats. It's got 1,400 hit points, which is pretty reasonable. It's a 42 ton vehicle, so it's not a lightweight medium. It's sort of mid-range medium, shall we say? One of the heavier mediums, maybe. It has a 510 horsepower engine, which gives it a top speed of 35, which I've seen a lot of articles and commentaries, and it's very difficult to know what people are writing about, whether they're writing about the pre-buffed version or the buffed version in a lot of these articles, but everyone seems to agree that it's a bit sluggish. Now, maybe I'm just used to driving British tanks and You know, they're a bit slower, and I kind of don't have a problem with it. It's sort of like a fast heavy speed, a slowish medium speed. You know, it's not a Cromwell, it's not CDC, it's not going to whip around the battlefield. So, you know, 35 is 35. It would be lovely if it was better, but then again, it'd be lovely if it had super penetration and everything else. So, view range is very, very good. 390 is extremely good, which gives it a good opportunity to do some spotting for your team as well. Signal range 750, which, you know, nobody cares about, but you do notice if you haven't got it. Now, armor wise, it's a classic hill warrior. It has frontal hull armor and side hull armor of 50mm, that's all, and 31 at the back. So you have to watch out for HE hits, because 50 is going to be overmatched by some of the bigger guns in the game. Turret, however, is pretty good, and particularly the front of the turret. It's 170 on the front of that turret, and it's quite well sloped and quite a few angles on it. It's it should be bouncy, and which is good because this has a very good gun depression. So if you can get in a hold down position where all they can see is your front of your turret, it's going to be quite tough to take out. Side and rear of the turret is 90mm, so again, not too bad, although it's fairly flat. Certainly it's able to see where with those boxes in there. Yeah, it's pretty flat all the way around. So it's really, you want to get in a hold down position where you're presenting the front of your turret at the enemy. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So gun. The gun is the ubiquitous, I can't say it, 20-pounder British gun. It's got pretty good rate of fire, 7.5 rounds per minute. Actually, that's very good rate of fire for a big gun. Penetration 226 with a standard AP round, and doesn't go up massively with APCR. It's only 258, but you know, I think that's not a bad pen. In fact, it's a pretty good pen. But it will have to fight potentially tier 8s, tier 9s and tier 10s, because it's a premium, and these days premiums don't have preferential matchmaking. So 230 average damage and, well, standard 226 penetration. You're going to have to aim for your weak spots to get much with this, and that's good because this gun is very accurate. It's 0.33, which is very, very good. Aim time is 2.3. Which is also very good, and one of the things I've also found in the few games I've played on it, it's pretty good at firing on the move. So yeah, hidden stacked, it seems to be very good. Now, equipment wise, I've got rammer vertical stabilizers, and I've recently fitted the wet ammo rack, and that is because this thing seems to take ammo rack hits left, right and center. I will show you a game in a bit that I played earlier where I was ammo racked twice in succession. So I was hit once, actually by another one of these, by another FV4202. I was hit, ammo racked, fixed it, next shot he hit me, he ammo racked me again. And pretty much, well, a lot of the games I've played in this tank, I've had ammo racks. So I put this on, we'll see whether it makes any difference. Part of my problem is this is my Comet Crew, and I don't have safe stowage on it. I probably need to, well, I don't know. I mean, but I don't really need it on the Comet, so it's a tough one. So the other option, and I'm using tea and pudding as a consumables, and maybe I should consider putting a large repair rack on there instead of just a small, and so I've got two repair racks. I don't know, still finessing this. I did, before I had the wet ammo rack, I had coated optics just to enhance that view range, which was very good anyway, but with a bit more it means it's a seriously good scout as well as a pretty good medium tank. So, you know, bottom line, you've got a tank that's got a very good gun, very accurate gun, very good, pretty good frontal armor which will bounce shots, in terms of the turret anyway, and everywhere else is a bit weak, and it's not the most mobile tank in the world. So it's a support tank. It's not a brawler. If you're brawling with this, you're doing it wrong. So let's go and have a game, see what we can do with it. Okay, so this is Erlenberg. It's another tier 8 game, tier 8 game. I did get reasonably lucky in this tank. I think I only saw a tier 10 once, so it probably means I'm going to get them loads in the next few days. But yeah, this was the last game I played before I swapped out the vents and put in the wet ammo rack. You can see I'm also running tea and pudding, or tea and cake, or whatever it is, as a consumable. Again, I swapped that out and put in the large repair kit, and that's primarily because every game pretty much I was getting ammo racked, and spoiler alert, in this one I get double ammo racked. And in a tank that you rely on your gun as your so much as you do in this vehicle, because the mobility isn't fantastic and the armor isn't fantastic, to have it firing really slowly is not ideal. So anyway, we'll watch this game as it develops. I'm heading out on the 890 line, obviously on Erlenberg. It's that sort of map where the mediums and TDs and lights tend to come out this side, and the heavies and some TDs go the other way. I like this map, but I'm not sure it's really doing what Wargaming wanted it to do. I'm able to push much further forward than I would normally do because of those two, as the T25 and the Cromwell, so far advanced. They would have seen something, I think. So I've come up here to see if I can catch anything that's sort of coming across towards our front. But at the moment it still doesn't. We still haven't seen anything on this side of the river, which is slightly surprising. Not T25, MT25. I left the M off. Anyway, so he's heading down. He's still not seen anything. Not a sausage. So this again often happens with this change in the map, since they've moved it around and moved the different spawns to each side of the river. I see this every so often. You'll get a game where not a soul of particularly the northern team doesn't cross to this side. Virtually nobody does, or absolutely nobody does in this game. That means that you get the situation that those heavies found themselves in on the other side, is that they are completely outnumbered. But the problem is then you've got the challenge of trying to cross to get to the cap in the face of probably 5, 6, 7 tanks on those hills above their cap firing down, and that's pretty tough to do. So anyway, it's a Tiger 2. I don't know where that shot went. It was relatively well aimed as well. Trying to... There we go. Was that me? No, that wasn't me. I think me and my and the ballstick hit at the same time. That's why. There's a CDC, the much easier target to penetrate, especially through the side. I'm thinking about... See, I'm loading HE as a second shot. Oof. Glad we get to reload it before, or is he going to dock down? Missed him. Damn. Oh well. And let's have another at the Tiger P. Oh, it's Tiger P this time instead of a Tiger 2. But he is giving me side armour, and Tiger P has pretty good frontal armour, but sidewise, nah. Namash. Oh, where did that shot go? That went right through his tank, I thought. Come on, one more. I want him. Yeah, got him. Only 50. So we're losing though. 2-7. I've been spotted, not sure by who, but I'm pulling back when I take a shot. Luckily tracks eat it. Haven't got the mods yet that tell me, ow, what, who's hitting me. Oh, yes I have, got Tiger. Tiger 2's hit me. Okay. Oh, not in the shot. Down to the left I've got the panel that tells me what damage I've received. And the mod I'm used to tells you also which tank fired it. So 3-8 down. This is not looking too hot. 3-9 down. So The Challenger's being a complete dickhead, saying we should cap. It's like EA, you can really cap in the face of, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemy tanks. Yeah, that's going to go really well. So I think I'll just sort of tell him, you know, stop being an idiot, basically. Yeah, there we go. Yep, cap against half their team. Genius. Yep. Don't know why it came up twice. Okay, so here comes the T-34. He took a big hit from the OI. I need to support him because he can't pull back. He's just so much trouble. Oh, and there's a Skoda. And how did we bounce on a Skoda, for goodness sake? And there's the first ammo rack I receive in this game. So I've got to repair. I'm just debating whether to repair the ammo rack or the. So there you go. I repaired it and took another one straight away. Second shot from that guy, and he got my ammo rack again. So OI's, I'm afraid, history. I can't do anything to support him. I'm now in trouble. But and I bounced. This guy's still going on about capping. Like, yeah, like we had a chance of capping against that lot. So I'm trying to pull back. I'm taking hits all over the place. Not really doing very much at all. But I've got back to support the Borsig. My ammo rack is gone. I've loaded APCR because I just need to pen things. Don't really know. I didn't really need to load APCR, but I think it's sort of one of those panic things you do in the middle of a battle sometimes when you think, oh right, I've got to do something here. And I'm trying to make every shot count because I can't get... for some reason he can hit through there, but I can't seem to hit him. Anyway, I'm one-shot killed pretty much to everybody, or near enough. The T-34-3 can kill me easily. FV might need a bit of a high roll to do it. He bounces off of me. I presume that must have come off the turret. I still haven't fired. Still waiting for a shot. A good clear shot. The thing is, when your ammo's gone, that Challenger is being such a dickhead. He's still worrying. He's still giving this Borsig a hard time, even though this Borsig is actually doing a fantastic job. He's on 50 health and he's holding up against a whole load of, well, see, I had an outline there, and for some reason when I fired, nothing much happened. So I don't know whether this guy's ammo racked as well, because he does seem fairly slow on his own loading, and he's running away from that Borsig. There's a CDC as well, who seems to be heading the other way. I'm not sure why. Back to 10 all. So, you know, it's funny how it happens. I'm going to try and get a shot through there. And there's just no arm on the front of this thing, and yet I still didn't pen him. I know there's an angle, but yeah, jeez. So, can I get a shot on him? Okay, he's fired. I've got to go and have a... Right, finally put a good shot into him. And really his team hung him out to dry here. Don't know what they were doing in terms of protecting him, but nobody tried to help him at all. There's a Skoda somewhere. They've just pushed onto our base. Oh Jesus, this guy is such a dickhead. I'd forgotten how bad a pocket general he was. So I shoot him, he shoots me, I'm down to 23 health, but the Borsig takes him out. So I'm going back towards the base because the view range on the ISU is terrible, and in fact he's just been taken out. It's just, yeah, that Challenger, that's just a complete idiot. Keeps going on about this, that and the other. Right, so aim for the lower plate of the Tiger, and I hit the lower plate of the Tiger, but I don't think I got spotted actually. So I wasn't entirely sure. I acted like I was. Now I'm spotted, and I get lucky because I bounce that shot off my side armour, and I don't pen him again and again. He must be hitting the front of my turret. So T20 Tiger 2 is a bit of a proposition. Oh, I thought he could hit the side of his turret, and actually I don't know where that shot went, but it penetrated him. Can we get a shot into his lower plate? I've loading HE as the next shot just in case. Got an angled lower plate, but can I hit it? Yes, I can. So when you get that, you know, it doesn't always work, frankly. But oh, and the 32's taken out their VK. So suddenly we're 13-11 up. So I've reloaded AP because only had the HE loaded to take. Oh god, this challenger is a complete knob job. I knew we could win. He's just telling us we're all idiots a minute ago. That was a poor shot, Dob. That was a really poor shot. You got a gun that's taking forever to reload and you waste it by that kind of long range hopeful shot. But there you go, just the CDC left. We've got 4 left. I've done nearly 2,000 damage, despite I don't think I played particularly brilliantly. But you know, sometimes you just have to get lucky. But being ammo-racked twice in 2 shots by the enemy FV was not in the planning. And as I say, this was really the game where I decided, screw that, I'm going to put a wet ammo rack on this and take the vents off, because it just seemed to happen every single game. Not every game I got 2 ammo racks like this one, but I was getting ammo racked pretty much every game I played, and yeah, it was just frustrating. So I did that, and also took away the tea and pudding, and put an extra repair kit in. So GG, we win. So there we go. Second class mastery, fire for effect, Spartan, and a steel wall. Steel wall in this tank. Gee whiz. Anyway, what did we do? We finished second on XP, which was nice. That Borsig had a fantastic game, really good game. Top gun, 4,000 damage, really excellent. The work he did around that building was just spectacular, and we wouldn't have won but for him. I tried to do what I could to support him, and I think just even though I didn't do an awful lot of damage, just being there probably helped. Well, it meant they couldn't rush him, and they probably didn't realise my ammo rack was damaged, so I couldn't fire as quickly as I should have been able to. Still, we got, what did we do? 21 shots fired, 14 hits, 10 penetrations for the nearly 2,000 damage. Took 6 hits, half of them penetrated, half of them didn't. That's surprising, because the turret is the only real place with any armour, and I guess some of the shots probably were hitting me from above, so may well have hit the front of the turret. I don't know, but I'm surprised 50% of them didn't go in. That's not been my experience in this tank. 71,000 credits. We used, well, we used the tea and pudding. We used gold rounds, so we only made 35,000 at the end of it. But we did make nearly 3,000 experience. So, but as I say, that was the game that persuaded me to swap out vents and put wet ammo rack in, because 2 ammo racks in a game in quick succession like that is just a nightmare. And I would think, I don't know what the stats are, but probably 1 in every other game at least I suffer an ammo rack when I'm playing this tank. So by putting the wet ammo rack, hopefully it reduces that percentage, and I think it has. I don't seem to have noticed quite as many since I put it in. I still get them, but it's not quite as bad as it was. So anyway, let's have another game. Okay, so this is Overlord. This is a tier 8 game, which is as good as it gets for this tank. Obviously it's doesn't have preferential, so it can see up to tier 10s, and tier 10s are a slight problem with this vehicle. Anyway, we are going to see whether we can use the gun depression and the turret armour. Overlord's got some nice sort of ridges that you can use if you've got that sort of tank where you've got that gun depression and the turret armour to take advantage of it. So that's what we'll try and do. Head over here towards the right side, the 890 line, because that's where the best opportunities are, I think. It's you know, it's rattling along here between 35, which is its top speed. It's not a fast tank, no doubt about it. It's not a fast tank, but it's, whoops, sorry Mr. SU, he was obviously thinking the same thing me, but then he's got no gun depression, so I don't know why he's here. Anyway, I've been spotted, presumably that T-43 saw me. I'm going to keep on going round, support the Indian Panzer and the T-34-100 over to my right. See if we can get a shot down there. Still nothing doing, but it looks like there's a Centurion. No, he's pulled back. So there's a few tanks over here. There's a Rudy, there's IS-3, there's a Centurion and a T-34. Oh blimey, a T-43. So is this, oh there we go, and a T-29. Okay. Alright, wasn't expecting to see him as well. It's quite busy over here, a bit scary. We've only got a few, oh we've got a few friends now. Oh, there's the Centurion. I'll put one in him. Tried to track him but don't think I managed it. Don't know what this T-29 was thinking of. It's a very good tank, but wow, mind you, I just wafted the shot. Can I hit this back arm? Oh, he's dead. And here comes T-34, which is a whole different order of magnitude of scariness. Oof. Hitting the side armour by the T-43. Side of the turret, no, very little armour. Yeah, the only place really you got any armour in this tank. And I put one through the Centurion's front armour, which is just shows how good this gun can be. T-43 is coming around behind me. He thinks I not see you. So there you go. Have one of those. 227. Don't know why he's staying there, because I'll fire again. Let's ram him as well. Try and track him. Didn't make it. Okay. Well, we try and use what mobility we've got. You can see, you know, it's not a bad mobility here. Oh, he bounced one off me. He's dead. So he tracked me. It's no arty, so I don't need to worry too much about using a repair kit, although I have got two on this, the way I fitted it out, and that's really because of the ammo rack potential. T-34 down there, I was hoping I could get round behind him, but he's hiding behind that wreckage, and I'm not taking on that big gun, not on my own. And at the moment there's nobody else. He's coming for me. He's definitely coming my way. So let's try and get the flock out of dodge. Try and use this rock as a bit of protection. Yeah, he's fired, so I can go in. Ah, I missed the chance there. That was poor play. It was only because I suddenly realised that there was a T-34-85 up there. There's the ISU over to my right, to my left, and it just yeah, worried me a bit. So I'm gonna go ham. I'm gonna go in on him now because I need to. There's an ISU behind. If I can get behind him and between him, oh, ISU's pulled back anyway. I took a shot. I see ammo racked again. Always ammo racked in this tank, but we did finish him off. So use the repair kit. Oh, there's a T-34-85. Couldn't quite get loaded in time, and there's the ISU. He's coming up. Can we get a shot as he comes through the top? Yeah, he's not really paying attention to me. Can I get? He's still carrying on. I'll reload hopefully. Oh yes, platoon mate got him. So we're down to just the T-34, and he's dead meat. Oh, I hit him on the run. So you can hit well on the move in this tank as well. Really impressive gun. GG. So that was a cracker. Really good fun game. So we came out of that with second class mastery, Sharpshooter, phallic symbol, duelist, fire for effect, and bruiser. Looks like we also completed the individual baptism on fire mission, which is nice. And we've only got 2 more of the Brothers in Arms mission, which is nice as well. Finished all second with the guy that I impromptu platooned with. 1054 base XP, which is pretty good, I think. It just shows people must play this really well. That's a 2nd class mastery only. And where is it? We did, what was it? 1000 base XP, and it's only worth a 2nd class mastery. I suppose we only did 2,500 damage and 2 kills, so that's probably why. Anyway, good game. I enjoyed it. We fired 14 shots and connected with every single one of them, and all bar 2 penetrated. So again, accuracy of that gun is pretty good. Pretty good. I know most of the engagement was at fairly short to medium range, and I could use the turret to advantage and bounce a few shots. You can see I took 6 hits, 2 of them bounced. Actually I didn't. I think the bounces came off the T-43. I don't know where he was shooting me, but because he should have been able to shoot me in the hold quite easily. But anyway, whatever. His loss, my win. 80,000 credits. Now it cost me a bit because I used a large repair kit, but still nearly 45,000 credits is pretty darn good. And 1700 XP for my crew, which is really good. So yeah, oh, there we go. Just shows I did actually do this. I'm really enjoying playing this tank. It's good fun. It's a good gun. I think that sort of medium to short range support tank role is really where its forte is. It can shoot at range, but the gun accuracy is ideal at that sort of short to medium, when you can pick weak spots, when you can blast lower tier tanks. Now I haven't yet fought in a tier 10 in this, so you know, we'll see what happens. But when I do, but yeah, I put, even with the wet ammo rack, you saw I got ammo racked again in that game. That's why I put the large repair kit in, because I had, well, the earlier game you saw I was ammo racked, fixed it, and then ammo racked again. And you know, this tank, it really needs to have that gun singing all the time to make its most. And if you're waiting reload because you've got no ammo rack, it's lessening its impact, and therefore your ability to score well. So yeah, I'm fairly pleased with this match out. I would rather have coated optics instead of that wet ammo rack, but if it gives me a 20% less chance of oh, it's 50%. Oh, 50%. So that just shows, even with that on, 50% better chance, and I still suffered an ammo rack in that last game. This thing must be made of ammo racks. I'm assuming these pods on the side are ammo racks in that case. Oh well. So that is the FV4202. I really like this tank. I'm thoroughly enjoying playing it. It's not the fastest, but it's got a really nice gun and good gun depression and a good turret if you can face the enemy. You know, I'm going to enjoy working my way through this and using this a fair bit to try and get my my combat crew even further up. Mine are on, well, they're on their 3rd skill already, which seems extraordinary. I don't know how that's happened. I don't play the combat very often. Actually, thinking about it, these were originally on my Cromwell, which I did play an awful lot. And then I swapped out and bought the Cromwell B and put them in that, and then I thought, stupid, why am I having them in a Cromwell B premium when I've got a Comet with a crew that was only on its 1st skill. So I swapped them out and put them on the Comet instead, and yeah, they're doing well. So they're getting double digits because I'm taking them out in the Cromwell, yeah, Cromwell B and this, and then their own Comet, and that doesn't half help their training. So, been GamerDom, thank you very much for watching. Please do consider giving this video a like. Let me know, have you bought this tank? Have you won this tank? Some people won it through the missions if they had the Action X in their garage. in which case they're probably well ahead of me in terms of playing this thing. Do you have the same problem with ammo racks? I constantly get ammo racked in it, so we'll see. We'll see whether that's a long-term thing. I've just been very, very unlucky today. So thanks for watching. Please do consider subscribing to the channel, because it really helps the channel out no end. And I'll see you again soon. Please remember, it is a game. Enjoy yourselves, have fun, don't get too worked up about it, just enjoy the game. See you again soon.